Hi students.
Hi.
In this session we are dealing with the class 10 mathematics according to the latest CBSE pattern, right? Okay, first of all give me your introduction.
Hi, I'm Neetu Agarwal from DV Public School.
Okay, and you?
I'm Sonali Rathi from Bangalore.
Okay, so Sonali and Neetu. First of all, I'll tell you that according to the latest CBSE pattern, what is the weightage given to each subject in maths, right? As you see here on the board, we have the unit-wise distribution of marks, and as I said, of course, latest CBSE syllabus. Now, the first is algebra, which is of 26 marks, commercial mathematics, 12 marks, geometry, 22, trigonometry, 10, mensuration, again 10, statistics, 12, and coordinate geometry, 8. So all this totals up to 100. Yeah? Now, before we begin the session, tell me, do you have any problems regarding some particular subject or maths as a whole?
Yeah, ma'am. We are scared of this maths. Sometimes, in spite of doing more hard work, we cannot able to do some questions. Can you tell me how to improve our mathematics?
Okay. Neetu, I'm sure like you, there are many other students who have the similar problem. See, basically, let me tell you, maths is a fun subject, an easy subject. All you have to do is concentrate, and the basic thing is, it's based on fundamentals and formulas. If your formulae and fundamentals are clear, your maths is clear. You'll have no problems. What I'll do first of all before beginning the session is I'll tell you how you can improve in maths. What are the steps you can follow so that your maths is made easy. Okay? Now the first and foremost thing here is when you're in class, you have to pay attention to what the teacher is telling you, because she or he is your best guide. So pay attention. And probably you may not like the subject or whatever, but still you have to concentrate. Because if you are aware of what's happening in class, when you go back home and when you revise it, it will be absolutely clear. And yes, when you get back home, make it a point that the sums that the teacher has done on the board, you practice them home. So that if you have any problem at any step, the next day when you go, you can immediately solve your problem. And don't keep your problems with you. Try and solve them immediately. Okay? And yes, this is not only for maths, this is for every field. There is no shortcut to success. You have to be hardworking, you have to be determined, and you have to be mentally prepared that yes, I can do it. And if you have that, nothing or no one can stop you. As I said, maths is based on fundamentals and formulae. If you have your formulae clear in your mind, just remember all the formulas and it's absolutely easy. One basic thing what you have to try to do is don't try and attempt too many questions at one go. You know, like sometimes a student said, okay, this is the thing and I have to solve these many questions. No, don't. Just the number that you think you can perform easily, the solutions, the problems that you can solve easily, take them. Don't load yourself, don't burden yourself with the problems. And have a quick revision of all the formulae. Now how you could do that is write down all the formulae subject wise, like for trigonometry, these are the formulas, or for let's say mensuration, these are the formulas, whatever, you know. Write them on a piece of paper and stick them on your study table. And revise them probably every day once, so that you keep revising them and they're set in your mind. So now these word problem structures, you know, you have these like income tax and other things, you have these word problems. Now what you have to do is pull out information from those sentences and keep a rough paper with you always. Be it any subject, maths, you have to have a rough paper with you. And if you have like whatever your rough paper, whatever information you're pulling out, keep writing it on your scratch paper. So that makes it easy. Now once you have the information written on your scratch paper, you can start performing it immediately. You know like what is the thing. Suppose let's talk about income tax. Okay, by income tax, let's talk about installments. So this is the main price, this is the cash down payment, this is the installments that the person has to pay, and this is the problem that I have to sort out. Once you have that information separately, now you know what you have to work at, and then you can start working on your paper. Now sometimes combining terms and performing simple operations in some other ways can also help you make the problem easier. Now that is for you to analyze, because see, each one of you has a different capacity. You may have a different capacity Trigonometry may be easy for you, but difficult for you. Similarly, something may be easy for you, but not for you. So it's on your individual basis. And if you immediately think you have recognized the problem, work at it first. The sums that you know, the problems that you know, do them first when you're sitting in the exam, so that you don't waste time, right? And substituting numbers for variables can often be an aid to understanding a problem. Try and substitute. Remember to substitute simple numbers like what you have done before. And the problems that deal with percentage and percentage change. If you don't see a simple method for working the problem, try using values like hundreds, tens, etc., which may make the solution a little bit easy. Sketching diagrams or simple pictures, like in statistics, you have to make diagrams, pie charts and all. They can also be helpful because the diagram may give you a simple solution, or it may give you a tip as to how to solve that problem. And of course, in your examination, you have a set time, that this is the time you are given, 3 hours time, and you have to solve about, let's say, 10 questions. So try and divide your time equally for all the questions. Of course, if something is easy for you, you can do it early. But according to your convenience, what is easy for you and what is difficult, you have to divide your time. But still, on an average, if you take it, try not to give more than 3 minutes to any question, so that you have sufficient time for the other ones. And it is always better to begin the paper with questions that carry less marks. You're more likely to be nervous in the beginning, you know, because as you said, you're scared of maths. So it happens that when you're scared of something, even something which is easy you might find it difficult. So whatever you find easy, do it first, so that mentally you're prepared. Okay, I have already done this much of the paper and I still have this much time left. So then you can come on to the difficult ones. If a question seems out of syllabus, don't leave it without attempting it. Try attempting it. And one more important thing what I want to tell you here is, never leave a question unattempted. Because if you leave it unattempted, you'll get 0. But if you attempt it even half, that might bring you some marks, which goes in making your actual percentage higher, right? And there are marks for each step. That's what I told you. There are marks for each step. So if you perform even half of the solution, you're bound to get some marks. And well, just before we wind up this as to how you can improve your maths, my advice is keep revising the formulas and the theorems. As I said, write it down on a separate sheet, keep it with you, and keep revising them daily. Look at them at least once daily, so that you don't forget. And also learn the basic tables like multiplication, division, inverse, square and square roots, cube and cube roots. All those tables, they have to be in your mind. And observation and practice are the key to higher scores. That's what I can say. So that's it about. Any other thing you would like to ask?